Everyone thinks procrastination steals time, but the truth is, it steals something far more painful. It quietly steals the life you could have lived. Rafiq was the kind of person everyone called talented. He lived in a small town, in a simple house filled with big dreams. As a child, he loved drawing, building ideas, imagining a future where he would create something meaningful. People would say, "You're going to do great things one day." And he believed them. At least, he wanted to. But Rafiq had a habit, a quiet one, a dangerous one. "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow became next week. Next week became next year. At first, it didn't feel like a problem. He would delay small things, assignments, applications, personal projects. He told himself he worked better under pressure, but deep down he knew the truth. Every night, before sleeping, a small voice whispered, "You could have done more today." He ignored it. Years passed. Friends started moving forward. One launched a business, another got a dream job, someone else moved abroad. Rafiq stayed where he was, scrolling, planning, waiting for the perfect time. At family gatherings, questions started coming. "So, what are you doing now? When will you take things seriously?" He would smile and say, "I'm working on something." But inside, he felt heavy, not because he couldn't succeed, but because he knew he wasn't trying. One evening, during a power outage, he sat in the dark with his uncle, a quiet man who had lived a simple but disciplined life. His uncle asked softly, "Rafiq, what's stopping you?" Rafiq laughed nervously. "I don't know, I just don't feel ready." The old man paused, then said something that stayed with him forever. Readiness doesn't come before action, it comes because of action. Silence filled the room. Then his uncle added, "Procrastination doesn't make things easier, it only makes regret heavier." That night, Rafiq couldn't sleep. He thought about all the ideas he never started, all the chances he let pass, all the versions of himself that never got a chance to exist. For the first time, he felt the real cost. Not lost time, lost confidence, lost self-respect. And he realized something painful. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to believe in yourself. The next morning, nothing magical happened. There was no sudden motivation, no burst of energy, just a quiet decision. I will start small, today. He set a timer for 30 minutes. No pressure, no perfection, just action. It felt uncomfortable, slow, messy, but it was a start. Days turned into weeks. Some days he failed. Some days he fell back into old habits. There were moments he whispered, "Maybe I'm too late." But then he remembered his uncle's words, so he kept going. He reduced distractions, he built a routine, he showed up even when he didn't feel like it. Not because he felt motivated, but because he didn't want to lose himself again. Months later, the change was visible, not dramatic, but real. His skills improved, his confidence grew, opportunities slowly appeared. For the first time in years, he felt proud of his effort, not just his potential. And the most beautiful part? The voice in his head changed. Instead of saying, "You could have done more," it whispered, "You're finally becoming who you wanted to be." Rafiq didn't become an overnight success. He didn't become famous. He didn't become perfect. But he became disciplined, focused, alive with purpose. He learned that the hidden cost of procrastination isn't failure. It's living with the painful question, what if I had tried? And the reward of action isn't just success, it's peace. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, This is it. Not because you feel ready, but because your future is quietly being shaped by what you do today. Start small, start messy, but start. Because one day you will either meet a life built by action or a life haunted by delay. The choice is being made right now. If this story spoke to you, take one step today, no matter how small, and remember, progress begins the moment you stop waiting. You've waited long enough. Now it's your turn to begin.